Hi, this is Adal with School of WordPress. Today I'm going to teach you how and why you can manage WordPress users. When you log into WordPress, you need to enter a username and a password. In this case, I am logging in with the admin username, which is the default super administrator user that was created when I first installed WordPress. Since I am the only person managing this website, I could simply keep using the admin user. However, let's imagine that I want to allow someone else to log into WordPress to publish new posts. I need to give them access to the admin section, but I don't want to risk them changing my password and compromising my ability to log in. In fact, I don't even want them to be able to edit posts that I wrote or make any changes to my settings. The solution is simply to create a new user account and assign it to the role of author. Simply hover over the Users tab and select Add New. Here you will enter their username. This cannot be changed, so choose it carefully. Enter their email address, and you can optionally enter their first and last name, their website, you can also enter a password that is secure. However, in this case I'm going to enter a simple password for demonstration purposes. And WordPress has been very obvious at telling me that this password is very weak. You will be able to change this later. Also, another option here that is very important is whether or not you want to send the username, password, and link to login by email. If you check it, it will send an email to this email address specified above. It's a very practical feature. Now here you need to choose their role. The role is very important. It basically determines what the user will be able to do when they log in and what they see. The subscriber is someone who is simply subscribed to your blog. It's not someone who will be able to change or add content or even touch options at all. It's, however, a role that you can use, usually in conjunction with plugins, in order to send subscribers emails or have them participate in fun things on your blog. The administrator is exactly what it sounds like. The first role that is created when you create WordPress is an administrator, and that is the role that allows you to do just about anything, from changing options to adding and editing, deleting content. The editor is someone who can create content, publish content, but also edit and delete other people's content. So this is great if you have an editor whom you want to give that much power without necessarily giving them the ability to change more administrative options. The author is someone who is capable of writing and publishing their own content. However, this person cannot edit other people's content. Finally, the contributor is very much like the author, except that they cannot publish the content that they write themselves. They can only save them as drafts. This is very convenient if you have a guest blogger whom you don't trust to publish their own content because you want to be able to review it first. In this case, I want my friend to be able to write their own content and to publish that content, but not to touch options or my content. So I'm going to choose the role of author and click the big blue Add New User button. Once it's done, I'm sent to the All Users screen, where I can see that new user has been added. Now, if I want, I can edit this user. I can control some options, such as giving them the ability to use the visual editor when writing posts or pages, or if I disable it, they can only write in HTML. I can also have them see everything rather in gray or rather in blue, and enable shortcuts using the keyboard. And I can also decide whether or not they see the toolbar at the top of WordPress here. Now, I can decide not to change their username because this is fixed, but I can decide to change their roles. I can edit their first and last name, their nickname. I can decide how they will be displayed as an author throughout the site. And I can change their email, their website, I can add some social network links, and if the theme displays it, I can enter their bio. Finally, I can change their password. The user will have access to a screen similar to this one to change these things themselves. And once I'm done, I'm just going to click the big blue button, Update User. In this case, I only created this user for the sake of this tutorial, so I'm going to go ahead and delete it. Before WordPress deletes the user, it's giving me the option to either delete all the content associated with this user, or attribute it to a different user. In this case, I'm going to delete everything because there is nothing anyway. But this is very important if, for example, you want to delete a user and keep their content. You'd choose this option. So I, however, am going to delete everything. And confirm. And it's done. That pretty much covers everything you need to know about managing users in WordPress. And I hope you found this video tutorial useful. Thank you.